How you doing, TikTok? I just thought I'd do this video because I've been out all day today, riding around on that, and I've just had a guy come up to me, and he said, "God, if I had a bike like that, it fixed my mental health, just like that." And I just said, I was like, yeah, you know. But the truth is, it don't. It doesn't at all. When I bought my bike, I was like, yeah, I guarantee it now, you know, I'll be able to go out on this bike and it's the freedom, it's this, it's that. But the problem that I've got is it didn't. Because until you're fixed in here, enjoying something like that, it's not going to happen. So save your money and do something about your mental health first before looking at getting a bike. I started getting ill with mental health. I just started feeling a bit shit. I started feeling a bit different. 2003, when I was doing support work, and I convinced myself I'm going to do my motorcycle license, I'm going to pass that, and I'm going to get myself a Harley. And that was what I was going to do at the time. I was going to buy a Harley Davidson, and that was going to make me feel better. And I was already taking citalopram at the time, but I wasn't really taking it. I was missing it here and there. But I knew that something was different, and I knew that I needed to work on something. So I done the theory test, I booked my course, which was over a week, and then because of the weather and bits and pieces like that, the tests were all split up. So I done my part 1, I passed that, done my part 2, and I passed that, and I couldn't believe it, you know, I had a motorcycle license. And I started looking at Harleys, and just by complete chance I found an Indian dealership in Bournemouth, more speed racing, and I went in there and I was looking at bikes, and this particular Scout Bobber caught my attention, you know. And it was like they say, you don't pick the bike or the car, you know, that picks you. And I feel like at the time I felt like it did. I felt okay, it just felt good, it sounded good, it just, that was going to fix me, you know. So I bought the bike, and I waited a few days for them to prep it and do what they're doing, and I picked the bike up, and I was riding it around for a long time. I thought, okay, maybe I just need to break into this, you know, maybe I just need to do it a little bit more. So I started riding it a lot more, started going to the bike meets, I started hanging around with bikers, and it wasn't really what I thought the bike was going to do. Didn't. So I kept chasing it. I kept chasing it and chasing it and chasing it, and as a result of that, I fucked up an 18-year relationship. I'm now living on my own, and I still go out and I still ride the bike, hoping and praying that it's gonna free me. But the situation is, until you deal with whatever it is that's going on in here, it doesn't matter what bike you buy, it doesn't matter what car you buy, it doesn't matter how many holidays you go on, it's completely counterproductive. It's bullshit. You need to deal with the situation that you've got going on, and that's the hardest bit. So it's easier said than done, but you just need to talk to someone. I made contact with a friend of mine yesterday night about his mental health, and he's really bad right now, and I didn't realise just how bad he was, but he's in a fucking bad way, and he's been let down. He was telling me how hard it's been for him to actually get seen by someone, by a mental health team. You know, it's been over a year. He's been fighting it and fighting it and fighting it, you know, and he's only just now starting to make any legway. So what do we do? Because I know from my own personal experiences, you can go and tell the GP, oh, I'm not feeling great, I'm feeling like this, I'm feeling like that. I used to go in there and not say to them, oh, I'm suicidal or anything like that, because, you know, you're scared of getting sectioned. And that seems to, even now in this day and age, that seems to be a very difficult thing to do. So I've been to the doctors, and they just upped the meds, and then they wanted to change the meds and then up those meds, and all it's doing, it's sort of like getting to that bottom of tequila, you know. You want to get to that worm, because once you've got to the bottom of it, it's all gone, you know. All the stress, all the worries, it's all gone. Then you wake up and it's there again, isn't it? But this time you've got hangover. It's a lot like that with medication and going to the GP. All you're doing is numbing a situation which is there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a lot more about what I'm going through and how I feel, and vlog that. And if I can help one person, or I might receive one comment, you know, which is going to make me feel a bit better, then great. The majority of it's going to be on my YouTube channel, but I thought, while I'm just here, after seeing this guy today, it really bugged me. He said, oh, if I had a bike like that, it'd fix my mental health, you know, I'd be alright, I'd be able to do this. And I'm like, yeah, mate, yeah. It was only afterwards, when I went to go and had a cup of tea, that I thought, no, it doesn't. What I do now, because I'm a bus driver, and that gives me a lot of time to overthink stuff. And you talk to other bus drivers in the canteen, and you say, am I the only one who's like, you start going over things and you had shopping lists and all bits and pieces like that, and every single one of them has said, yeah, mate, it's just one of those things, it's one of those jobs, you know. You're taking it all in, you're, you know, giving, like, I like to think that I give the best customer service that I can possibly do. And people, you know, they say to me all the time, oh, you're a really nice bus driver, you know, you're really happy and you're really friendly. And I think to myself, I'm not. I'm a bit of a cunt, actually. You know what I mean? I'm not at all. But it's how we deal with it, and that's what I want to make these videos about. So if you are interested, drop me a message or comment below, and I'll contact you and I'll give you the details for my YouTube channel, and then we can take it from there. But if you're struggling, just you need to tell someone, because I didn't tell anybody. I went along with it and I pushed everybody away, and I really fucked things up. And now I'm living on my own in a studio flat I can barely afford, and I go out on my bike and I ride around, and I get a lot of looks on it. It's not me they're looking at, they're looking at the bike. I get a lot of looks on it, and you get a lot of people think, he's got his shit together, he's gone out and bought one of those bikes, you know, he's riding around, he's got his shit together. I bet he's got fuck all going on in his life. But in a minute, I'm gonna go for another little ride, and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna sit in my flat. And that's it. That's what I'll be doing for tonight, because I seem to have got to a point in my life where I think I've pissed enough people off that my phone never rings. I get a few messages, I've got a few friends, I'm part of a bike club, that's really good, but sometimes you don't feel like, it's difficult with mental health, because you don't feel like you can actually pick the phone up and say I'm struggling, you know, because you don't want to be a fucking burden on anybody. Anyway, I'm going around the houses with this. If you're going through depression or any sort of mental health, you're not on your own. There are people out there that are going to help. There are people out there that are going to listen. And even if you just scroll past this video and you don't even watch it all the way to the end, whoever you are, I wish that you have a very good life, and just live, and just be happy, and just do what you need to do. Stay safe, stay toxic, and subscribe.